Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is one more of lecture of chemical bonding. In this lecture, we are going to see bonding and shape of a ZeO3 molecule, that is xenon trifluoride molecule. Summary of electron pairs in valence shell and shape means where according to the valence shell VSEPR theory, the different shape of molecules where the containing the lone pair as well as bond pair, then how the molecules, what are the hybridization and which contains lone pair of electrons and what will be the shape of the molecules, that we are going to see in the summary of electron pairs in valence shell and shapes. And finally we are going to see limitations of VSEPR theory. Okay, so let me see the bonding and shape of ZeO3 molecule, that is xenon trioxide molecules. Here when we see this molecule, very simple, central atom is the xenon, that is Xe is the central atom, xenon is the central atom, and it is surrounded by three oxygen molecules, that is three oxygen atoms. It means the central atom of xenon undergoes hybridization and then it is surrounded with the oxygen atom. It forms xenon trioxide molecules. Here we can see the electronic configuration of the xenon. You can see krypton 4d10, 5s2 and 5p6, where it contains completely fulfilled of the s orbital, that is fifth shell, which is s orbital is fulfilled and even the p orbital is also fulfilled. Still it forms the molecule of xenon trioxide when oxygen come close to the xenon central atom. At the same time, the p electrons, that is electrons in the p orbital, they are completely fulfilled and they go promoted towards the some vacant d orbital, and three remaining 5p, that is px1, py1 and pz1, three unpaired electrons will be remains in the 5p orbital, and further this s orbital becomes forms a lone pair. It undergoes the sp3 hybridization. This is very important. It undergoes the sp3 hybridization, where the remaining unpaired electrons, they form with the double bond with the remaining of one unpaired electrons of the oxygen atom. Simultaneously here we can see the oxygen atom having the atomic number 8, having the 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. It means 2p4 means one of the orbital is paired and two are unpaired electrons. From out of the two unpaired electrons, one of the electron of oxygen atom combined with the sp3 hybrid orbitals, and remaining one unpaired electron, it can form a double bond with the d orbital unpaired electrons, that we can see in this picture. Here what I told here, this is the 5s2 and 5p6 of the electronic configuration in the we can say the ground state. This is the electronic configuration of ground state of xenon atom, where we can see this is the Xe of ground state. This is very important, where here we can say it is a ground state. This is 5s2 and 5p6 means completely fulfilled. There is no any unpaired electron for bonding the formation of a trifluoride, that is xenon trioxide of the electron, that is trioxide. It can bond with the three different oxygen molecules, but at least you require unpaired electron for bonding the it can bond with the oxygen atom. Here we can see xenon atom in the excited state 5s2, 5p3 and 5d3. How when the oxygen atom come close to the xenon atom, at the same time these paired electrons becomes promoted to the vacant d orbital, that is 5d orbital. Here it forms this paired, it becomes unpaired. Here three electrons are there, here three electrons are there. These three unpaired electrons in the d orbital used for double bond, that is pi bond formation with the oxygen atom. But here this p3, that is 5p p3 or electrons in the 5p orbital, they as well as s orbital, they form hybridization. Means sp3 hybridization is there. Here s orbital, one s orbital and three p orbitals, and it having the one s orbital, that is lone pair of electrons. This lone pair of electrons, due to this lone pair of electrons, shape of these molecules, that is it becomes irregular, that is shape of the tetrahedral geometry, where sp3 hybridization means it forms a regular of sp3, that is tetrahedral shape. But in this case we have one lone pair of electrons, therefore the tetrahedral shape of the molecule, it becomes irregular shape. It forms into trigonal pyramidal shape. See, where the shape of this molecule is trigonal pyramidal shape having, here we can see this, here it is central atom of xenon, it is oxygen atom, here it is oxygen atom, here it is oxygen atom, and the lone pair of electrons, it forms a pyramid, therefore it is called as trigonal pyramid shape of the xenon trioxide molecules. At the same time, oxygen atom, here as I told that there is two unpaired electrons are there in the electronic configuration of oxygen atom. Here that is, this electron form the one electron of oxygen forms with the p vacant of the p orbital of the hybrid orbitals, as well as one unpaired orbital forms with the d orbital with the forms the double bond. And at the end we can see the shape of this molecule is trigonal pyramidal shape of xenon trioxide molecules instead of tetrahedral shape. Okay, if we regular tetrahedral, regular sp3 hybridization will be there, that forms a tetrahedral shape. Here it having the one lone pair of electrons, therefore it becomes a trigonal pyramidal shape of the xenon trioxide molecules. So this is very important summary of this table. Here we can see arrangement of electron pairs in valence shell and the shape of the molecules. Here according to the number of electron pairs as well as the hybridization, bonded pairs, how many bonded pairs are in the hybridization in the molecules, as well as lone pair of molecules. If then the examples here we can see, then what will be the shape of that molecules. Here first, that is linear hybridization. Bonded pairs, how many? There are two bonded pairs are there. There is no any lone pair of electrons. It forms a linear shape. In the case of trigonal planar hybridization, that is, if there are three bonded pairs are there, that is, if no any lone pair of electrons there, that is forms a regular hybridization, that is regular shape, that is trigonal planar molecule. Example AB3, that is BF3, already we studied BF3 molecule, or BCl3 or BBr3, the best examples of having the trigonal planar hybridization with no any lone pair of electrons. But same hybridization having the one of the lone pair of electrons, instead of two bond pairs and one lone pair, it forms V-shaped, means because of it having the one lone pair, we already studied, that is Cl2O molecules having the, that is SnH2 also having the one lone pair of electrons, it forms the V-shaped molecules. Further, tetrahedral shape, that is tetrahedral hybridization, number of electrons are 4, electron pairs are 4, the bonded pairs, if 4 are present and 0 lone pair of electrons, it forms regular tetrahedron shape. Instead of, if 3 bond pairs are there, one of the lone pair of electrons, then there is a form a trigonal pyramidal shape. Just we seen the example of XeO3, that is xenon trioxide, which is an example of sp3 hybridization having one lone pair of electron. Further, the sp3 hybridization, two lone pair of electrons and two bond pair of electrons, it forms again V shape of the sp3 hybridization. Examples here we can see H2O molecules, already we studied, that is Cl2 molecule, that is ClO2 molecule is there, H2S is there. These are the examples of having the sp3 hybridization with two lone pair of electrons. Here this is fifth bond pair of electrons having the trigonal bipyramidal shape of hybridization, having the 5 bonded pairs and no any lone pair of electrons, forms the regular trigonal bipyramidal shape. At the same time, having the 4 bonded electrons, 4 bond pair of electrons and 1 lone pair of electrons, it forms irregular tetrahedron shape. Irregular tetrahedron shape. Example we can see here TeCl4, ACF4, SF4 are the best example of irregular tetrahedron. At the same time, if trigonal bipyramidal, that is sp3 hybridization having the 3 bonded pair and 2 lone pair of electrons. We studied already ClF3, which is example of T-shaped molecules. Further, in the sp3 hybridization having 2 bonded pairs and 3 lone pair of electrons, forms into the linear shape of the molecules. Again, octahedron, that is hybridization, that is sp3d2 hybridization having the 6 bonded pairs and 0 lone pair of electrons, having the shape of molecule is octahedron. At the same time, if octahedron hybridization having the 5 bonded pairs and 1 lone pair, it forms square pyramidal. And the sp3d2 hybridization having 4 bonded pairs and 2 lone pair of electrons, forming the square planar, that is XeF4 as well as ICl4 negative, Br4 negative. And then finally, the pentagonal bipyramidal sp3d3 hybridization, which having the 7 the bonded lone pair of electrons with 0 lone pair of electrons, form IF7 as well as ReF7. Same thing, sp3d3 hybridization having the 6 bonded pairs and 1 lone pair of electrons, form that is irregular octahedron or distorted octahedron shape. So these are the very important molecules. with bonded pairs as well as the lone pair of electrons, and what will be the shape of the molecules will be there, which is summarized in this table. This is last one of this VSEPR theory, that is the limitations or shortcomings of the VSEPR theory. Initially, the theory was proposed to account for the regular geometries of the simple molecules using interaction of pairs of electrons around the central atom. Later, it was used to account for the irregular geometries. Further, this theory is applicable only to the type of compounds which contains a central atom A attached to various atoms of B which are not attached to one another. Further, through the satisfactory for, but even we can say this VSEPR theory is satisfactory in many molecules, but this theory fails to for most of the 14 electron system. It is fails to explain the 14 electron system, as well as some expected pentagonal bipyramidal structure for sp3d3 hybridization is observed for IF7 REF7, where no lone pair are present. It fails to account the geometry of the molecules. Even there are lone pair of electrons present around the central atom, for example SAF6 as well as SBPR6 3-, which forms a distorted octahedron or low symmetry of the octahedron structures of the molecules. So these are some limitations of VSEPR theory. So with this, I will conclude this topic also. With this lecture, this topic of chemical bonding is over. Thank you for watching this lecture. Thank you so much.